here's what's coming up on the Cold Podcast.
I feel like there's a bigger narrative between them personally that's leading to this being public.
There's no way I want the mother of my child dancing on Usher with her entire butt cheeks out.
What's poppin', everybody?
Welcome back to the Cold Podcast.
I'm Zoe.
And I'm Steve.
And today we got a topic about Keke Palmer, who's been trending recently for some very provocative clothing she wore to a Usher concert.
Yeah, and she really seems to be a big fan of Usher.
Yeah. She loves getting serenaded by him and everything. So we got the video for you. We're going to play it now just to kind of show you what the talk's been about, and then we're going to go ahead and break it down after you see what the news is. She's into it.
Okay.
All right. So for those who don't know, Keke Palmer is a married woman who is also a mother now. She just had a child.
She's not married. She's not married.
Oh yeah, you're right. She's not married. That's my fault. She is spoken for.
She is a baby mama with a boyfriend.
Yeah, a light-skinned boyfriend.
A light-skinned boyfriend. You gotta hang on to those.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man, they're hard to get. You know. But yeah. So pretty much the whole controversy that's arisen around that is that. Keke Palmer recently had a child with her boyfriend, and pretty much a lot of people didn't like the fact that she had went out dressed like that. And there's actually two sides to this issue, but essentially she dressed pretty provocatively, went out to an Usher concert, and pretty much got caught up in this video where it seems like she was, being very, how would you describe it, Steve? Like,
she was being very
casual. Okay. Well, yeah, casual. well, it seemed like she was warming up to Usher a lot, and people
flirtatious.
found that. There we go. I forgot the word.
Yeah. And the funny thing is, her whole cheeks were out.
Yes.
The entirety of her cheeks.
That
were
is
exposed.
That's a nice dress.
Yeah. That's very much the topic. Everyone didn't like her cheeks were out, and yeah, let's go ahead and pop up this other video we have that kind of breaks down the. Pretty much the back and forth people have had online.
Isn't it funny seeing Usher's take on this?
Yeah. Usher has a take on this?
That's what he said.
Oh yeah. So Usher actually he weighed in on the situation. He's not really taking sides, but what he said was, "Am I trending yet?"
I'm sure Usher's eating this up, and he's like, "Hey, I don't lose either way."
Yeah.
But
yeah. He made it. He finally made it to the big times. He's trending on Threads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, do we have the
There's another
the
video.
breakdown? Oh yeah.
The Philip DeFranco.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
He and Keke actually welcomed their first kid together in
Go
February.
back to
And Keke
7/12.
recently was just having a fun night out, attending Usher throughout the end of the year. And then Keke Palmer's boyfriend went from guy no one was really paying that much attention to the internet's public enemy #1 overnight. And that's because, and you may already know this, because it felt like all the algorithms on social media were like, we're gonna force feed you this information. He appeared to not be happy with and shamed Keke over an outfit that she wore. Right? And if you don't know, his name is Darius Jackson. He and Keke actually welcomed their first kid together in February. And Keke recently was just having a fun night out, attending Usher's residency in Las Vegas, with videos showing Usher serenading her up close. And Darius, seemingly not a huge fan of this, with him specifically taking issue with the bodysuit and sheer dress that she had on, with him writing on Twitter, "It's the outfit though, you a mom." And immediately people jumped on this man, saying, "Don't date a baddie if you're gonna be this insecure. You're an embarrassment," accusing him of trying to please a woman's choices. Also saying, with her being a new mom, you should be trying to be supportive, lift her confidence up. But Darius
I think we
did
can probably
not
pause
swear
there.
in the face of
Okay,
that.
so we kind of gotta. So basically, after this has happened, we just saw that Keke Palmer's boyfriend spoke up. He didn't like what she did. There were a few tweets aside from the one that they showed his disapproval. One that kind of went along the lines of him saying that he didn't like the backlash people were giving to him about saying that he didn't like her outfit. And so he says, like, no one has the right to speak on what my opinions are about, my woman and my family. I'll do what I want. And then you have two sides where people either, like he said, are going at him, saying that, like, oh, you're policing women, let her be great, all this other crap. And then you have the side that's saying that what she did was inappropriate. She's a mom. She shouldn't be dressing like that when she has a man. And especially kind of like, being that flirtatious with another man outside of what her work would be. So if it's like, I've heard the argument where if she was working, where it's like she's a celebrity and entertainer, that's one thing. But if she's just going to a show and she's, being provocative on purpose to get attention, that's another thing.
I think if you really wanted my opinion, you can pretty much call it slut shaming, whatever you want.
Mom
Shaming, slut shaming, mom shaming, whatever you want to call it. There's no way I want the mother of my child dancing on Usher with her entire butt cheeks out.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care what you want to call it. I don't care if it's anti-woke or anti-society. I don't want the mother of my children out with her cheeks entirely exposed dancing on Usher.
Yeah, especially Usher. Like, it could have, like, it had to be Usher. Like, come on.
Here's the thing. Her cheeks were fully out. The crack wasn't.
We saw the Boondocks. We saw what Usher does to people's women. Huh? We saw the Boondocks. We know what Usher does with people's women. Yeah.
But I feel like now's a good point to actually just see what everyone else thinks, man. How do you feel? Like, which side is everyone taking here? Are you on the side of Keke, doing whatever she wants, or are you on the side of the boyfriend being upset about it?
Yeah, I would say I think it's valid that the guy's upset because, that's his wife, that's his family, and I feel like, and just the fact that he went to social media, this is kind of like my own headcanon or deep dive into it, but I feel like the only reason he would have, like, some type of discrepancy with it where he's like posting on social media and she's kind of like making it very blatant that she's like ogling over this other guy. I feel like there was probably an issue with it, like that they had privately or something like that, and she just kind of went out of the way to do what she wants. So I feel like this is his kind of retaliation. I feel like there's a bigger narrative between them personally that's leading to this being public. Mm-hmm. But I'd have to say that if I were him, like, I understand where he's coming from because, like I said, I'm assuming that she knows and he knows there's probably some expectation that was laid for how he wants her to convey herself in public. And she's, more or less going out of the way to just say, well, I'm going to do what I want and, you have to deal with it. So, but yeah, I'm like, they had a kid, if he they're not married, but I'm assuming he's kind of vetting her for marriage. And the fact that he's kind of like, if you're going to be acting like that, if he's not okay with it, I'm like, yeah, it's fair. It's fair.
Interestingly enough, I feel like in that relationship, she's got the power because she's the one that's rich.
I can see that too, and that's probably why she's doing what she wants. I can imagine her being like, hey, like, I'm gonna do what I want, and you can take it or leave it.
Yeah, it's like she's.
Well, I think he's all right, but like, we're talking about who's like the power player in that relationship. It's clearly her. I don't think anyone really knew about him like that.
I think he's just like a normal guy.
Well, yeah, definitely. I would argue definitely like it, like not bringing it to social media. But also it'd be like, and yeah, forcing your boundaries too. So if it just came up later that like after this happened, no one said anything and they broke up, I'm just like, well,
they probably didn't talk to each other until after that post.
Yeah,
probably.
He was probably just like upset. He was probably just like upset and stewing and steaming about it.
He's at home.
His buddies playing golf and shit.
Yeah, he's at
She's smart. I do feel like
what
she kind of did the most.
Big dick move.
You think she did a little too much?
I think she did a little too much. Like,
I'm with Rose
she
again.
break up. It's like, damn, like she did that shit real soon. Like,
Yeah,
they just said that she just
had the baby.
I wouldn't know what I'm saying. I do agree that dude should have never put that shit on social media like that. He should have talked to her.
My thing is, her breasts are still full of milk, and she's doing this, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Too soon.
That's
what I'm saying.
so-
Like,
The boyfriend was probably that guy that was thinking like, I trust my girl, I don't mind, and then he probably finds out on Twitter that like about all this. And
he just saw the video.
Yeah, he's like, she told me she was just going to see the concert, not be in it.
Yeah. I don't think tweeting about it.
just on the stage with Usher. Like, was anyone kind of thinking who was in the wrong here if you had to pick a side?
it's propaganda.
You think it's propaganda?
This is propaganda.
You think it's Nazi propaganda?
Sexist propaganda.
Oh, you think it's just trying to tear women and men apart?
Yeah, man.
All right, yeah, let's close this out.
All right, everybody.
That was a good episode, man. Remember, you can follow us on all platforms. We're on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, Rumble, everywhere you can find audio or video. And yeah, thanks for watching.
All right, peace.